What is your absolutely favorite quote you've heard? Be as you wish to seem. Socrates. This is a solid foundation for life. Imo. In a similar vein, we must be careful who we pretend to be, because we are who we pretend to be. Vonnegut. The bears are who we thought they were. Dennis Green. And we let him off the hook. Socrates. I fucking love Mother Night. Such a great book. Came to post KV, and so it goes. KV is such a gift to us all. Have you ever noticed that anybody driving slower than you is an idiot, and anyone going faster than you is a maniac? George Carlin. My personal Carlin gem is think of how stupid the average person is, and then realize half of them are stupider than that. Edit. Can't believe I'm editing this for you amateur statisticians. Intelligence is normally distributed in a large population. In a normally distributed dataset, the median is the average. Way to ruin a decent joke though. Working in customer service, it just astounds me the sheer level of stupid and lack of awareness that's so damn prevalent in adult society. Anything from customers parking strollers right in front of staff doors that get used very frequently, to them not knowing who ordered what when I bring out their food to them, and so I have to stand there having my fingers melted off by a hot plate because the one guy at the table who ordered a Hawaiian pizza can't seem to remember that he ordered the Hawaiian pizza, nor can anyone else remember that they didn't. I used to do tech support for a bit of software. Everyone should do it, if only for a few weeks, so everyone has to deal with these people. People who can't sign up on an online form, can't tell you what error message they get, can't tell you what information they are putting in, can't even describe what's on the screen, until after half an hour you manage to figure out that they didn't tick the I have read the terms of the agreement box, which you then need to argue over. People who get upset that they need to install software for it to function. People who get upset that the software doesn't do the thing they want it to do, and when you tell them it does just not the way they are trying it, they get upset that it was designed wrong. People are working on ancient systems, so the software doesn't work, then get offended when you suggest they upgrade, because this system was fine 15 years ago, so it's fine now. Then there's the people who get offended when you have to explain that, no, you can't immediately refer them to the board of directors, and you're also not allowed to instantly change company policy for them either. When you are good at something you will tell everyone. When you are great everyone will tell you. Me, Mayo, I don't have imposter syndrome. Also me, when you are mediocre at something everyone will tell you you're great, but only you know better. Some years ago, I was lucky enough invited to a gathering of great and good people, artists, and scientists, writers, and discoverers of things. And I felt that at any moment they would realize that I didn't qualify to be there among these people who had really done things. On my second or third night there, I was standing at the back of the hall while a musical entertainment happened, and I started talking to a very nice, polite elderly gentleman about several things, including our shared first name. And then he pointed to the hall of people and said words to the effect of, I just look at all these people and I think, what the heck am I doing here? They've made amazing things. I just went where I was sent. And I said, yes. But you were the first man on the moon. I think that counts for something. I feel like the paragraph you left off at the end is important. And I felt a bit better. Because if Neil Armstrong felt like an imposter, maybe everyone did. Maybe there weren't any grown-ups, only people who had worked hard and also got lucky and was likely out of their depth. All of us doing the best job we could, which is all we can really hope for. Never quit. Make them fire you. Guy who got fired. Guy I used to work with. Name withheld. I was new to the job, having a tough time, and I was really feeling like I wasn't cut out for the work and considering quitting. This guy, who'd been on the job a lot longer, told me that, and while it was simple, it stuck with me. They hadn't fired me yet, so clearly I wasn't screwing up as badly as I thought I was. No sense in beating myself up over something even before the bosses do. If not for him, I probably would have quit and never given myself the chance to actually get better. A guy I used to work with said something similar. You are nervous? But that means you're going to do your best to not fuck up. I was working a few weddings, and it was nerve-wracking to me because of both the sheer amount of people that would see my mistakes and the gravity of, say, dropping a bottle of champagne. Thinking of nervousness as a good quality rather than a bad one really helped me. My woodshop teacher always said something similar about letting kids work with the power tools. He said when you are nervous, he knew that meant you understood the danger of the tools we were using. It was when you weren't nervous that he started to worry. You've just triggered a weird memory for me. I can remember a man asking me if I was nervous, and when I said yes, his reply was, "But if you weren't nervous it would mean you didn't care." But I cannot for the life of me remember the context. I know I was about to do something, but I can't remember what it was or even how old I was. Definitely under 16. This is going to occupy the rest of my day. I needed this so badly, just got a new job in construction and not doing so hot. Loneliness does not come from having no one around us, but instead being unable to communicate the things that matter most to us. Carl Jung. Might be S-word or two off. Entire quote. Coming right up. Loneliness does not come from having no people about one, but from being unable to communicate the things that seem important to oneself, or from holding certain views which others find inadmissible. Edit. Now that my comment has gained more traction, I would love to share my experience with loneliness in hopes that someone may find comfort in it. I've experienced true loneliness twice in my young life. Once when my girlfriend of 3+ years and I mutually ended things because of distance. We were high school sweethearts, and she was the best thing to happen to me. So this one still hits hard. And again, currently, after I moved cities preceding college graduation. Both times I've struggled intensely with loneliness. Not having someone to talk to and express myself to on a daily basis is a battle I face every day. Yesterday, as a matter of fact, I broke down over it. What keeps me going, however, is being as incredibly humble and wholesome as I can. I always offer a helping hand, no matter what someone needs of me, and I'm always certain to make those I encounter feel welcomed into my world. It could be as simple as giving someone a compliment and offering a friendly smile. It's not a true fix for my issues, but I believe it's a good solid start. In my darkest hours, it always warms my heart to be the guy who brings a little light to other people's lives. It can be draining, but nonetheless rewarding. Through this, I've been able to meet all different sorts of people, and have been able to confide in a few of them when I needed it most, and they're always happy to listen, because they know I'd do the same for them. If you're struggling with loneliness, I challenge you to just make small talk with people. Ask them how their day is, compliment their clothes, or my personal favorite, ask what made them smile this week. Such a simple dialogue may lead towards a great friendship, and you'll realize this world isn't so lonely anymore. Edit 2. As an extrovert, I unfortunately cannot aid on the introvert front. Perhaps, instead, I can offer an example of casual small talk. Maybe having an idea of what you'll want to say beforehand can make it easier to execute. Whenever I move to a new place, I've moved places a decent amount. The first thing I've done is find the nearest local coffee shop. The one closest to me serves both whole bean coffee and loose leaf tea, which is prime time, because this fellow redditor partakes in both. Every time I go in to buy something, whether it be beans or leaves or a hot cup of something, I always ask whoever is serving me what they like or recommend. Not only are you initiated small talk, but you're making them talk about themselves, which may ease the tension of making small talk with a stranger, and it makes them feel good, because they get to share their preference or preferences with you. When the dialogue is over, I always say goodbye, and if it's the first time we are meeting, I always shake their hand and ask for their name. Then, the next time I stop in I always have a friendly face to say hi to.